What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here today using our it's the first time using our new screen recorder, I should say. But before we get any further, if you do want to pick up a copy of Cricket Coach 2014 yourself, you can use the links down below in the description for an exclusive 10% discount. Right, guys, today we are as I said, playing our first time on our new screen recorder. That means one of two things. The first thing, it means that we have no limit on how long the videos are. They can be over 10 minutes, which is absolutely awesome. It means that we don't have to go and keep a track of the time and do this and do that. So, that's perfect. The second thing it does mean is that potentially we will have some more games, some more PC games that will be bringing to the channel. So do keep an eye out for those here. But today, anyway, we are playing our second 2020 International against New Zealand. We won the first one. Haven't really had time to play through too much more, and I believe we have gone with almost an unchanged lineup heading into this one here. But we will have to wait and see later on. Guptill got them off to a good start, so has Rutherford, but he has since been taken back to the hutch, is what I want to say. I was going to say sent back to the hutch. And what am I doing opening with Alex Hales? He took a wicket. I don't know how, but he should not have been bowling. It should have been Durnback who was opening from the other end. I thought that was quite weird, but we won't complain too much. He only went for 8. He picked up a wicket of Guptill as well. So that is probably the most ideal start that you really could have asked for. Woakes picking up a wicket, bowling somewhere where he shouldn't really have been bowling, but it does mean potentially we only have to use one of our 5 quicks for 3 overs, which could work well, especially if they continue to keep getting the tap like they have now. New Zealand, they've lost those 2 early wickets. Could potentially be 3 here now, but it has fallen short of Bresnan at mid-off. But they are going at a very, very good run rate, so we are going to have to slow them down sooner rather than later, and by doing that, well, the easiest way to do that is to pick up some wickets, so hopefully we can go and do that there. But as we can see, unchanged lineup, Alex Hales bowling the first over. I can't believe it. The 30 rated fast medium bowler getting a wicket. And of Guptill as well. Such a good T20 player all around. There's one of those wickets that we did need, but I think the damage has been done. I think New Zealand probably are ahead at this stage with the power play overs just finishing up. But the one thing I will have to say is that our bowling unit for this England side, especially in T2, well, just in any format, to be honest, is very, very strong. We don't have a weak link in there at all. I mean, Bresnan's coming in now. He's one of our better bowlers, and he's come in after the power plays have finished. Williamson's gone. Bairstow's taken an incredible catch to go and get rid of him. But that is the pressure that we continue to assert. Even outside of the power play, you know, once you get through those opening bowlers, those first 2, you know, you think it may potentially get a little bit easier. But you bring in Stuart Broad, one of the better bowlers. I'm not going to say best, but one of the better bowlers going around world cricket at the moment. We do have Ravi Bopara hanging up there at number 5. I think he's actually at number 4, who can potentially bowl us some overs as well if we do need. But that man, Chris Woakes, the wicket-taking machine for me in English cricket, does it again. He gets McCullum. He's just one of those guys. I don't know what it is about him, but he just seems to take wickets for me in all formats as well. He's a guy who basically I put first on the team sheet more often than not because he does, I don't know how, but he just does seem to pick up wickets with very regular intervals. So, you know, you just can't keep a guy like that out. We're going to bring back Steve Finn, bring back some pace, and hopefully try and nick out these 2, expose the tail, and then, as I said, try and roll New Zealand. Because we have brought it back very, very well. New Zealand were cruising, remember, in those power play overs. And there's that man again, Chris Woakes, getting another wicket. And he just seems to be a guy that does just pick up wickets with relative ease. He's got another one. He's got Ross Taylor back to the hut. And this is now his best bowling figures in T20 Internationals. Now, New Zealand have gone with I believe, the same lineup, or close to the same lineup that they went into the first T20 International with. And the problem I have with this New Zealand lineup, it's not an issue for me because I'm not playing as them, but they have only gone into this T20 International with 3 out-and-out bowlers. They've gone in with Saudi, Sodhi, and I think Bolt will be the other one who is playing. But what that does mean is that for a batting side for us, even though we have been able to contain New Zealand to a very relatively low score in a T20 International, it does, sorry, Mitch McClenaghan, it does mean that basically once we get through those 3 bowlers, those 3 out-and-out bowlers, that New Zealand don't have much. They're basically relying on their part-timers to make up the other 8 overs, which means that we can go and target those bowlers if necessary. Wokes has picked up another one. He has got his best figures for an international now, I believe 5 for 21. He gets the 5 for, and New Zealand only chasing down 110. So, as I said, it's probably not going to be too much of an issue with this batting side of things, obviously trying to chase down only 110. So, they really are going to need some good production from Southey, McClenaghan, and Sodhi if they are going to go and even try and take this game close. But I think today, probably more than anything, is about getting guys back in some form. Obviously, Hales in the last game wasn't in the greatest of form coming back in to the England side. He justified his place with some runs. I think Bairstow even got some, and I think Morgan missed out. So today's probably going to be a day, again, that if we do lose a wicket here, that we are going to see probably Ewan Morgan coming into the side just to try and boost up that confidence, build up that form of his. So, you know, not just for this game, but for future games in the summer. It really is just trying to prepare him for that and get him back into a bit of form, because he is a guy who is very, very destructive. He can score us a lot of runs. And there is a 50 partnership coming up as well off just 7 overs. So we are going, I mean, for a T20 pace, quite slow, only 6.5 and over. But remember, we are only chasing 110. So the players can go about it. They can take their time. Joe Root, just like in one-day internationals, his T20 average just continues to rise at a rapid rate of knots. So we still are going to take this game close, don't get me wrong. It's not going to be an absolute demolition derby, shall we say, that we're going to go and chase down 110, you know, in the space of 10 overs. But Root has gone and smashed that one away. 49, so he is now on a new top score. This is his highest score that he has got in a T20 international, and he's going to nudge one to the left of Latham, and that is his first 50. Hopefully first of many 50s coming in T20 internationals. Look at that average, 75, and it just continues to rise with every run that is hit. So, as I said, Morgan probably not going to get a chance here to have a bat today, because it has been a very dominant performance from both Root and Hales. Alex Hales also moving towards that 50 as well, and I think he's got one there as he glances it away off the legs. They're coming off 51 balls, so a little bit slow for Alex Hales. We're used to seeing him being obviously the big destructive player. But today he has basically just done what he needed to do. He's got some time in the middle. He's finished off with a 4, and England win by 10 wickets. So that is an absolute comprehensive victory for England here in this game. And I think that does mean that we have wrapped up the series with a game left to go. We won't be showing that next time, but we will have a one-day international from the West Indies. It'll be interesting to see what squad we go and take there, obviously with the slower, lower, and slightly turning pitches in the Caribbean. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Do hope you have enjoyed it. This is Cliffy, your King of Career Mode, signing out.